You can go now.
Well, hello there. Oh, isn't that a kid? Hello there. Good evening. It's that time. Can't you tell? We're having technical difficulties already. No, not really. Hi, I am Donna M. Butler, and you have just pulled in, again, to the best spot I think you can be on a Wednesday night. Welcome to the Attitude Shift, where we're all about shifting your attitudes into P, not park, but positive. Couldn't do that without my wing woman, the woman that keeps me going at times when I don't want to go, Siobhan Shaw. Siobhan, hello, sweetheart, and the earrings are magnificent.
Thank you very much. Not a garage sale find, but they could be fake. They're just fake plastic. Is that possible?
Absolutely.
I thought tonight's show, we started out, we kind of faked everybody out, and it's because that's the topic of the show, is shake that fake attitude. And we are going to skip Rev Your Engine tonight because we've got a guest with us, Corey Poirier. He is the host of Conversations with Passion Radio, and he is here to share his music video, which is about being fake and being real. And he is also, we've got so much to talk with him about that I thought we would just jump right into the topic and bring Corey on. So Corey Poirier, welcome to the Attitude Shift.
Hi, Corey.
Thank you guys for having me. Hi, Donna.
Hi.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, great. And Corey has this great Marilyn Monroe picture right behind him. Hopefully he'll move over so everybody can see it.
They get one quick look, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Did
it.
you see her?
There she is, the girl, the woman.
One more double take there.
Fake there. No fake there. All woman.
Absolutely.
There you go. We can start with that. We can talk about how fake women are today, because we have fake boobs and fake butts and fake hair and fake eyelashes and fake teeth. But in the 50s, you know, fake wasn't really something that people did.
I think women back then were very proud of the curves. They were very proud to be busty, and they were proud to have, you know, full lips and figures. And I don't know, somewhere along the way, it got kind of twisted. And then, you know, we started putting our bodies in shapers to take away our curves. We started, you know, shooting stuff in our breasts to make them bigger. You know, we started doing a lot of things, you know, to ourselves, you know, shooting booty fat into our lips. You know, we just started doing.
How disgusting is that? That is disgusting. If you think about it, what are we doing that for?
So,
so we can have that.
So do you think?
Corey?
Well, my question is, what do you think is like the chicken or the egg? Which came first? Do you think it's that men started changing their tastes and women started saying, I want to change my taste because of that? Or do you think that women started changing what they felt was sexy and then men said, you know, I guess we'll follow suit? Like, which one do you think maybe came first?
You know, that's really cool, and I'm going to be the first one to try to answer that. I think the fellas, started seeing something different. I really do, because even now, you know, I've changed my hair a lot, but I know who I am. I mean, I have no problem, you know, being me. But I think men demand us to be what they see on television. They demand us to be, you know, the women that they see, the Atlanta housewives, Beyonce. You know, it took a lot of work for Beyonce to get like that, and we don't know what's real and what's fake, you know? But I think you all started this crap.
Well, you know what's interesting about that, though, is the fact that we, you know, the men involved, let's say, still to this day and all the way through the ages still find Marilyn Monroe sexy.
I know, I saw that.
Kind of interesting.
And I think Marilyn Monroe was like a size 12 or 14. Like, she was the average size of most women, but the women you see on TV today are size 0. I mean, they're, you know, if they're size 2, they're all bent out of shape.
So maybe it was the publication and the media. Maybe instead of saying, you know, men or women, maybe it was the media that changed what they told us should be sexy, and then we just said, okay, I guess that's what we're supposed to feel if the media tells us that.
You know,
maybe
that's
that was where it started.
That's a good point, Corey. I'm gonna say that. You know, you've shifted me already. You know, and you don't stop to think about that, because where do our girls see, you know, size 0 on Cosmo? You know, where do they see that you have to look a certain way? They see it in the media. You know, we don't see average women on TV anymore. You know, we don't see us on TV anymore. Oprah used to be me. You know, all the Oprah people, go ahead, hate me, whatever. It's my shift. Oprah used to be me. And now, one month, Oprah is pencil thin, and the next month she has curves. You know, and we believe that because of airbrushing and because of all that. You know, we have a tendency to believe that. Oh, I can go eat those cheeseburgers now. Did you see Oprah was hippie? You know, last month she got her hips back. You know, but I'm just saying, you know, and I think you're right. I never really looked at it that way.
Yeah, I guess the other side too, on the you know, on that side of things, and let's say the media, is that, you know, as people, we love to complain that the media is doing this and it's not what we really want. But the interesting part is that Cosmos of the world are still selling millions of copies. So, you know, I think we have to speak with our mind. If we're going to say, well, that's not what we want, then why are we still buying millions of copies
That's
and
right.
not making room for a magazine that shows the real person?
That's right. That would be an attitude shift if we could do that. If we could get people on that bandwagon. And I think that's the hardest thing about getting people to follow suit on that, is because they don't want to appear different. They want to be like Beyonce. They want to be like that. So they want to watch their lives. And the minute someone tries to say, well, you know, here's a magazine for average women. Well, why do I need to see an average woman for? Because I'm average. We have to stop looking at ourselves as just average and beneath someone else just because they're on a magazine.
So
Absolutely.
let's have some fun, and then we'll get back to the discussion, because I'm going to prep Corey's music video so that everybody can hear it. It's great. It's well, you've just got to watch it. So I'm going to ask you guys to take the wheel and have some fun and list out the things you can fake. Go.
Orgasm. I had to get that out of the way.
Well, that would probably have been my go-to, but that was what I was thinking. But I guess you can in a positive way, I guess you can fake who you shouldn't be, if that makes sense. Like almost the reverse of it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
I do know that. Now that's something. That's a big one. Stop playing with my mind, Corey. So that's.
So I guess, is it your go now? Is that the deal?
Am I what?
Is it your go now?
Oh, it's my go. Okay, I'm gonna stay on a different kind of level here. Fake. We fake our jobs. We fake our resumes. I just saw a show on that the other day. That's what made me say that. How many people fake resumes? That's big.
It is, for sure.
That's a big one. Your turn.
Well, I would say probably relationships. You know, we both fake who we are sometimes in the early stages of a relationship, and I wanted to talk a little further about that. But also, we fake the relationship. We tell people that it's something it's not. We act like we're happy as a couple when we're not.
Why do we do that? Why do we say we're okay when we're not? Why is it for us to feel better, or we don't want to hurt the other person? I do that almost once a day, Corey. I do.
You know, I think personally, I think the reason that we do it, well, there's multiple reasons. One, a big one, like you said, is we don't want to hurt the other person. But let's say if we're faking that, you know, we're happy, I think that's almost to keep up with the Joneses. You know, we want everybody else to think this facade is true so that they don't judge us. So almost maybe we feel vulnerable to say, you know what, we're not perfect. We do have our spats. We do have bad times.
I like that, because you know what, when I just sat here, immediately when you said we like to keep up that facade, I thought today was a day, and I'll be honest, because that's what we do on the show. We're real raw and up front. Today I did that. I did that very thing. I was miserable, and I had to put on that fake, everything is okay, I'm happy, and I had to put that on for almost an hour today. And you know what? Afterwards, I felt so drained. I never had put myself under the gun like that, and I felt so drained and so miserable after that hour. It felt like I had a workout, Corey.
Well, I have to tell you, we were just talking about, the, let's say, magazines, and maybe, we're saying we want something different than we're seeing. We want the, let's say, the real world.
Right.
Well, when you think about it, you think about shows. I was thinking about this earlier today, how, a show like The Cosby Show was actually, even though obviously, they were both had high jobs and, and that side of things, but the other side
Right.
is the challenges they had at home as a family were everyday challenges,
That's
and
right.
we embrace that show. So maybe we do want that more than we think, because maybe we like to pretend that we don't want to see the real thing. We want some of these shows that are these lives we can't have. But
Right.
obviously, shows like the Cosby Show has proved that people want something universal we can all relate to.
That's great. That is. Wow. I love this. I don't know what happened to our wing woman.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
I couldn't
Oh,
see you. Okay.
You probably can't see me because I don't know what you can see. Because I'm trying to share my screen. And so, Corey, can you set up your video, and then I am going to share my screen, and
Okay.
hopefully everybody will be able to see the video, and we can all stay very quiet in the background as it plays.
Okay, so are you ready for me to rock?
Yep.
Well, I guess the backstory to the video is I was dating a girl, so true story, and I was dating a girl, and I found out that she was into Jacob from Twilight, and I ultimately made the decision to try to be somebody I wasn't, and ultimately I learned a powerful lesson in the process. So the video was was based on the song that was written about the experience.
Awesome.
Okay.
Excited.
Here we go. Stay quiet, gang. See if I can share this. Can you guys see it?
Absolutely.
Although we don't have. Sorry. I'll just start it again.
It was a rainy day when I saw you again, and I didn't know what to do. You came around the side of the house with a big smile on your face. So many years have passed, years gone by, I didn't know what to say. But soon it all started to flow, just like yesterday. Well, I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. Well, the days they pass, the way they do, the way they ought to do. Yeah, I thought I saw a void inside, a void that I could fill. Well, you have your quirks and I have mine. I guess that's how we made the line between love and hate. Mostly they will fade. Well, I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. Well, I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. Well, we took our trip away from town, a little country trip. Well, the rain it fell on plans with me, mostly because of you. But we found our way to dry land, and we all bunkered down. Yeah, the sight of your face in the morning sun was the refuge that I found. Well, I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. Yeah, I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. words throughout the trip that I guess I took to heart. Those words struck slow like daggers, kind of ripped my soul apart. But the smile on your face in the drive of the car, it led me a bit astray. Didn't know what to think or do, not even what to say. But I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. Yeah, I wish I could be your Jacob, but I guess I can't. Well, I think about you now and then as I wonder how you've been. That book you took out on our trip always makes me grin. And I wonder why it didn't work, why we didn't make it. Then I guess it always comes back to, I'm the Edward to your Jacob. Well, I guess I can't be your Jacob, and I'm kinda glad. Yeah, I guess I can't be your Jacob, and that ain't bad. Well, I guess I can't be your Jacob, and I'm not that sad. Well, I guess I can't be your Jacob, and that ain't bad.
That's great. Corey.
Wow! I have no
Corey.
idea how to unshare my screen now.
Good luck with that, huh? Corey, that's great.
Oh, there.
I loved it.
Oh, thank you so much. The
You can sing, bro.
well, thank you, but I'll tell you, talking about fake, this is a backstory that I haven't shared much. But in the process of trying to become Jacob, when I was on the beach scene and in the woods, I actually was donning a fake spray tan that fell to pieces. It didn't actually take as properly as it should. And then I went and got my chest hair ripped out by the roots to become Jacob. So the whole idea was to prove that you shouldn't try to become somebody you're not. So I actually got into character by actually trying to become Jacob.
That was
Those
great.
process.
I loved it. Siobhan, how about that?
I loved it. I loved it. I've listened to it 3 or 4 times already in the last few days since Corey introduced it to me, and I just thought it was just perfect for tonight's show.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I think I do want to ask what are some things you can't fake?
Ooh. Wow. Oops. That's on you, Corey. You start off. It's your turn.
You mean so some things that you can't get away with faking whatsoever?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so obvious that somebody's faking.
I would say probably the way you feel about somebody that you really dislike.
Ooh.
It's hard to hide that.
I was going to ask you guys, could you fake love? You think love could be faked?
I think it depends if the person wants to be faked, if you know what I mean. If they want to believe that it's real, possibly, but not if they're perceptive and they really want to see what's really going on. I don't believe you can fake love with somebody. I think sometimes people want to believe that it's real.
Right.
When I was researching this, one of the things that came up was you can't fake sign language. Remember the guy at the Nelson Mandela funeral?
He did. He
making it up, right?
Yeah, he's making up stuff. Yeah, that's true. Can't do that.
So you can't fake a language that you can't speak either. Try to speak Chinese, like Chinese or something.
That's
absolutely, you can't fake that.
Okay, what else? Let's see. I think this is.
You also can't fake if you don't like let's say animals. I know people that don't like animals, that are scared of animals. There's no way you can fake that.
Yeah, because yes, certainly you're not going to put your hand in a lion's mouth. If you're scared of a dog, you're not going to. Yeah, I love dogs. That's true. That's a good one.
I actually saw on the news that Angela Merkel, who's the Chancellor of Germany, was in a meeting with President Putin from Russia, and
Okay.
Putin knew that she was scared of dogs, and
No,
he brought
he
in a dog.
No, he didn't.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
wow.
she remained calm and cool and collected. Can you imagine? She
Oh.
faked it.
He faked it. You're right. She knew. There's a time when you have to fake certain things other than, or face getting ripped to shreds. And if she was really scared, a dog can sense that, just like Corey was saying. Animal can sense that. And, that's when they smell that fear. And I don't think you can really get away with that for too long before they just realize she is scared of me. Like,
Well,
yeah.
we went to our Facebook fans and friends, and we asked them, what faked attitudes have they seen recently? And one woman, her name's Paula, she said sincerity by men on online dating sites.
Wow.
I think that's it. You know what? That's why I don't approve of those things. Yeah, whatever, say whatever you want. Now I'm going to get people writing me saying, yeah, about online dating. I just don't approve of that because I just think that you're going to be your best. You're going to put your best. I know a girl that put her picture up from like 1964. This really nice, beautiful picture back in the day. Her hair was all cool. This dude was hook, line, and sinker. And my friend, she almost catfished the dude, And when he wanted to see her, and I was like, when are you going to let him see what you look like? When you're about to get married, you're going to step out and he's going to go, damn. But, yeah, I just think that that's crap because I think everybody fakes that.
Oh, like that football player. Was it a football player, you guys, that got faked out by a guy pretending to be a girl?
Right, and yeah, the football did. But you know what? I think he kind of knew something. I think he might have a little sugar.
Oh.
Put the X over. No, but I think, there's a thing that I think you can be. Never mind. That's another show.
Corey, save her.
Another show. Corey, help me. Save me, Corey.
Well, I'll pose a question then. My question would be, from, I guess, speaking from a guy's perspective, why, I guess both, guys and girls in relationships, but why early on in a relationship do people feel the necessity to act like they're somebody or they're not, or put on their very best face and stay that way for the longest time?
Heck yeah, because let me give you an example. My husband, he's going to kill me, but I'm going to go there because we just have to go there. We're real. I have to go there. When I met my husband, he's still at his mom's house, but he had his own separate, wing, And I tell you what, when I came over there, he would, turn the lights out, and all these beautiful stars came out. Everything was always so neat. He had all this nice musical, his system and everything, bed, just everything perfect. And I always thought that was kind of weird. Dude, how about when I married old boy, he'll, step out of his pants and leave them on the floor. He wouldn't leave the lid up on the toilet. I was like, what happened? The stars went away. The bed was, I'm making up the bed by myself. What happened? And you know what he said? My mom kept my room done for me.
Faker, Ivy.
Yeah, if I would have known that mom was the one down for keeping it all right, I might have had a couple of thoughts about, do I really want to take on this? He's better now. You had to get that and get it right,
You might have married his mom.
He's all good. I know, that's exactly.
There's a new show.
Now.
There's another show. I married his mom.
I know.
Absolutely.
I married my mom. No. But you know what I mean? Corey, you're right about that. Why do we do that? Why do we put our best foot forward and then end up tripping over it? We trip over it in a pile of their dirty underwear, 2 years later. Okay, somebody save me. I'm going to get in so much trouble.
Another Facebook friend said, her name was Sandy, she said kindness is something she's seen faked. She said, for the sake of receiving something in return for it.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody that has faked kindness in my life. They're either mean and nasty or they're good and sweet.
I've seen some people that I would say are very, I've seen people that have been insincere, and I could see it or somebody else could see it, but the person they were being insincere couldn't see it, And so I would say that's a circumstance where they're faking kindness. You know, they're being insincere. They're trying to act like they really care, but they don't, and they're hoping to get something in return. I've seen that, and I think that's fairly close, I would say, to probably what they're pointing out.
Yeah, and I think that that's probably something that a lot of people do, because
yeah, you know, that's funny.
People want something from somebody, so they'll be all, you know, oh, here, let me rub your feet, or here, let me open the door for you, and really, they really just want something from you.
You know, I'll tell you where I see it, and it kind of disappoints me, and it's a shame, is from a business point of view, when somebody approaches you about a quote-unquote business opportunity that they're now involved in, and they want it, you know, they would love to see you get involved in the business opportunity, and as soon as you explain why it's not a good fit for you, you see the difference in that person within 2 seconds. All of a sudden, you're irrelevant again.
That's right.
Irrelevant. That happens.
Agree.
That happens to me all the time, because people see me. I don't know if, Donna, this happens to you, but because we have a show, and this might happen to you, Corey, too, because you have a show, so they figure we know all kinds of people, right? So then they'll try to come on to us with their product or their service or whatever it is that they want, because guess what? They want us to share it. And I won't do that for just anybody. We share things from guests that we have and friends. You know, I'm happy to help people out.
Right, exactly.
But it absolutely is true that when you say, no, it's not my passion, I'm not prepared to do that, I don't want to go into that business, they turn you off like that. It's like, you're done.
You know, maybe
you're right. We've seen that. I've seen that, and you're right. And it's a lot. And Corey, that's so funny that you say you use the key word. You become irrelevant to them. You know, and that's a big word. You're no longer worth their time, their anything. And if they would stop to think, if they would have kept a more positive attitude and maybe treated you like you were relevant, maybe you would run into somebody who possibly wanted what they had. And you could say, hey, let me introduce you, or let me tell you about this guy I met. They cut you off. And that's it. They miss opportunities, even just to get to know you. I've
got to cut you off, Donna. I'm sorry, but it's time for Attitudes in the News, and we've decided to go with one news story that we want to talk about, and then it will be time to put it in park and say goodnight. So, what is that news story? It is that the Redskins, the Washington Redskins, have just been stripped of their trademark by the U.S. Trademark Office. Thoughts on that?
B freaking S, man. I can't even go there because I'd rev my engine all over that. I call BS.
Go ahead.
Why
Is it BS?
It's not anything about race or anything, because I never once looked at it. And I'm not, you know, I have Indian in my family. I'm not even going to sit here and say, oh, because I know a lot of Indians, because I don't. But I'm just saying, I've never looked at it that way. You know, that's just like how we use, like we said, with the word nigger. You know, I heard that growing up, but I never looked at it, to me, as a derogatory term. I'm looking at a team that I can say they didn't start off to be derogatory. And because of, you know, goes back to what Corey said in the beginning, the media, what people want you to see, what people want you to believe and say what's right and what's wrong. I don't see an Indian man in Congress. I don't see an Indian man. You know, I'm going to keep it real. I don't see them speaking up saying anything. I don't. I just see a bunch of politicians, or I don't know who's getting paid what. I just see that, and I think that sucks, man. That sucks. That's me. So I'm going to get chewed up for that, too. Whatever. Good show.
Well, no, you know what? I actually agree with you, and I do have Native heritage, and I don't see it as derogatory. The Washington Redskins. I eat Redskin peanuts. We have red skin. African Americans are referred to as black, right? We haven't told the LA Kings, the Stanley Cup.
Right, because Stanley's offended.
Changed their uniform because it's black.
Right.
Right? I mean, you got to think about that. I just think that we've gone too far into the politically correct realm, and that sometimes, especially things that are have been around a long time, you know,
Are you
it's
gonna
not
change
like
the
it's,
Padres
the
name?
Washington Hose.
Well, that's what I mean. Are you going to change the Padres name because it's too Mexican? You're going to say, oh, that's a Mexican Padre. Those are the fathers. You know, you're going to change Boston Celtics because they're going to offend, Irish people. What's next?
That's right. You know, if you think about it, there are an awful lot of names that are connected to different groups and races and sexual orientation, all these different groups, right? Come on, people.
Corey, what do you have?
Well,
I'm sorry, we're going to let you weigh in on this.
No worries at all. I guess I would go to the angle and belief that the political correctness side of it. I would agree that my opinion is I wonder where it's going to stop. I have that fear as well, that it just seems like every day it's something new. That now it's time to change this thing that, whether it was an institution, whether it existed for years and everybody seemed to be fine with it all along. Now it's time to change that. It seems almost like, and I hate to say it this way, it seems almost like let's create busy work and start changing things just for the sake of changing things.
I agree.
Well, which is what the government does, right? The government, bureaucracies, people, they make up stuff so that they have their jobs. And I'm going to get emails about this. But basically, right?
Yeah.
They make up laws so that they are relevant.
There's that word.
Laws that maybe we don't even need. We've gotten along just fine, right?
Yeah, I agree. It's a sad day.
So it is a sad day, and it is time to put it in park and say goodnight. Corey, can you, because you're a host of your own radio show, Conversations with Passion, can you tell everybody how to reach you, how to get a hold of that amazing music video, and can they buy it on iTunes and download it to their iPod, et cetera, et cetera?
Absolutely. I'll give them probably what I'll call the easiest route or path of least resistance to find it. The best way is probably just to go right to the new website we set up for the video. It also has contact info there. It has links to my speaking site. The radio show site is simply conversationswithpassion.com, but the site where they can get all things music would be the Y in you, but it's the letter Y. So theyinu.com, which actually if you type it out, you could even say it's theyinu.com, just so the person doesn't mix it up, which I didn't realize until we actually registered the domain. But on that page, they can see the music video, they can see my recent TED Talk video, which just came out as well. They can also see where they can buy, if they want, the song on iTunes or the full album on iTunes, or even the physical copy on Amazon as well. So everything, music, and even some of my speaking is all on that website.
Awesome. Corey, it's been great. I'm glad we're friends on Facebook because I can follow you, and I think you've been really one of my most interesting guests to have on. I love your attitude. Thank you
thank you so much.
We'll be having you on again. We'll definitely add you to that toe chain link of ours.
Awesome. Sounds awesome to me.
All right. Siobhan, you have anything to say before you make me park this car that I don't want to park tonight?
Just don't hit anything. That's all. Have a great week, everyone, and thank you very much, Corey. We'll see you again.
Awesome. Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, shifting out in our last few minutes, I always issue citations to everyone for things that they probably aren't doing. I'm going to issue a citation to everyone who has faked it. Faked it. One way or the other in your life, keep it real, keep it raw, keep it right on. You don't have to fake it to make it. And from everyone watching to everyone here watching you guys, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Time on The Attitude Shift. I'm going to go take the fake hair off now. Mwah. Peace out.